go and view on it. So now when it comes to the severity or the priority, what do you meant by severity and what do you meant by priority? I asked you to go through and come back for the session, right?
Yes.
The team went on this and
Yes,
then come.
sir.
Okay. So Harshita, what do you meant by severity? Okay, first talk about priority and then we'll come in. Arshit, so what do you meant by severity? Okay, priority and the severity.
So once
when the how the defect urgency should be repaired, and severity, it determines how that defect affects the application, how much it's going to affect that application, like how critically that defect affects the application. This is severity, and the priority, that determines the urgency of the repair of that defect.
Okay, Swapna.
Sir, am I? Hello?
You are audible, Swapna.
Priority means how fast we will fix that bug. Based on this priority, we will fix that.
And severity?
Severity means how seriousness of the, how seriously it impact the application.
Okay. So Vijay Shanti.
yes, sir.
Please change the name, Vijay. So it is really hard. So just rename that. Go ahead. What is severity and priority?
Impact of the bug which defected the customer business flow is in severity. Means raising of a bug, the impact of the customer business flow.
The rising of a bug. You mean to say that rising of a bug is called a severity?
No, sir. When we raise a bug, means the comparison of if it is a low preference, then it will be a severity. Impact of the bug, sir.
Shruti?
Yes, sir. Priority shows how quickly we need to fix the bug, and whereas severity tells us the seriousness of the bug.
Okay, cool. Good one.
Priority is categorized into 3 types of high, medium, and low, whereas severity is categorized into 5 types: critical, major, and moderate, minor, and cosmetic. We usually find high priority bugs while doing smoke sanity testing, because that needs to be fixed right away. Otherwise, we can't move further. Whereas we can find, usually we find medium priority bugs. I mean, high priority bugs, we'll find those type of bugs at any type of testing. Whereas medium bugs, we find this type of bugs while doing regression testing, compatibility testing, like that. Low bugs are nothing but like small kind of bugs, like alignment, spelling mistakes, like that.
Awesome. Good one. Thank you.
Thank you,
I
sir.
think you have covered all the pointers. See, guys, when it comes to the severity and priority, see, we adopt the things from different industries. Now, actually, there are a couple of things which is, see now, severity and priority, we are going to give it for bugs. Hey, when we identify in the bug lifecycle, when we identify a particular bug, so we will be logging that particular bug. When we try to log that particular bug, so we will be filling up with the complete details. Hey, what is a bug name, bug description, bug screenshots, the bug steps to reproduce, bug environment where we have it. All details will give it right. One of the most important factor is the severity and the priority we will be giving for a particular bug. Now, first of all, let's understand what you meant by severity and what you meant by the priority. Now, let's think about first priority and then come to the severity. Consider that you are in a hospital, you're a doctor, Now you got 3 patients. One patient with a fever, one patient with having some leg injury, and one patient you have heart attack. Which patient you will try to treat him?
Heart attack.
Why?
It's a serious.
Because he's in the emergency. Need to be treated first.
See now, which is what means the priority would be depends upon. Can you go on mute, guys? So the priority is be defined on the seriousness of that particular bug. Priority is the one, it gives the order of fixing that particular bug. Hey, in which order I need to fix this particular bug is what the priority talks about. Hey, I need to fix this bug first or second or third. So I'll be doing some classification. See now, I have given you 100 balls and I asked you to do a classification. Now I have given the ball colors like red, blue, yellow, amber. So now when I have given these colors, you take 4 buckets and you keep all the red balls into the red, all the amber into the amber, and all the green into the green, and all the pink or whatever the colors you have it, so that we will be keeping into the respective balls. So now what you need to understand is we wanted to classify this particular bugs. Why you need to classify? So that it is easy to manage the things. For an example, consider that there are 5 theaters are there. You went for INOX and you don't know, means there are all the bulk of people are coming and taking it. So you're not able to control the crowd. So what we'll say, hey, if you're going for this movie, go and stand in this queue. And if you're going for this movie, go and stand in this queue. So now when you have been classified the things, it is easy for you to maintain, and then it is easy to execute the project. So the prioritization of the bug would be classified into different sections. Now, what are the different type of priorities we have it? High priority, medium priority, low priority. So we have only 3 classifications. Hey, is it an, we will be having it, right? ICU ward, emergency ward, general ward. If it is a very critical ICU, intensive care unit. So we take the emergency cases and put it into the ICU. And then we will do things in the emergency. And then if it is general, we'll keep it in the general case. So now the same classification, high, medium, low. When there is a priority, when it to be high means, this is a showstopper. Without this, you can't proceed further. And this will affect the system severely. And you can't move further without fixing this one. Example, I'm going to test Amazon. So now when I'm going to test this particular Amazon, I just click the URL. I'm not able to navigate to this page. Here I'm seeing it 402. 401 means or some 5XX errors or 4XX errors. Can I test this application? Obviously no, because the page itself, it was not open for me. Then what else I can test it over here? Means all my smoke cases are getting failed. Can I test this one again? No chance. So now, unless that particular issue fixed, or unless that particular bug is fixed, I can't proceed further. So these are the bugs which is called high. Means it's 100%, means for example, login functionalities, navigation functionalities. If you fix this, then only I can proceed further, or else I can't do. If you do, it's a mandatory that you need to do this, then only you should go. So that is what high priority. And the next one is a medium. Always remember, medium is not a showstopper. Means high is a showstopper. Showstopper means it will stop your testing. Medium is, it can be proceeded further, but it need to be fixed as soon as possible. It's not like a showstopper. Means for an example, I went to Amazon. The Amazon site, I just clicked on this and it navigated here, and here I'm not able to search. Such order is a very important functionality. But still, This is not a showstopper. I can go to the live and immediately I can fix this particular bug. This means this is not a navigation issue. This is something which is really important, but it can sustain until the next. It can go till the next. That is what the medium bugs. Now, low priority bugs. Low priority bugs are called as cosmetic bugs. What do you mean by cosmetic bugs? Example, cosmetic surgery. You know, right? All our heroines will go for a cosmetic surgery. They will look good, but they wanted to look more beautiful or more handsome. So they will make some surgeries to their faces. It's not really required, but still, yeah, to make it more beautiful, we will be trying to do it. So that's the defect. This can be not immediately impacted. For an example, in this particular Amazon page, you have this particular background as a gray color, but I wanted this one into something like a black or some more light gray. So those are the things. Means those are not high priority, but if you fix that, then it looks more beautiful, more good. So those are called low priority bugs. Always remember that priority will have 3 classifications: high, medium, low. High means it's a showstopper. It will stop you not to go further at all. But when it comes to the medium, so medium, it can allow you to go, but that need to be fixed as quickly as possible. And low, which is not, means it is not so, it's a cosmetic surgery to make that particular bugs. To if you fix that bugs, it will have a very good look and feel. It is not impacting your functionality, or it is not impacting your requirements, then that is called low priority. So now we discussed what do you mean by priority. Priority is nothing but order of fixing the bugs. I have a lot of bugs are there. Now I need to fix this particular bugs. Accordingly, I'll be giving an order to fix this particular bugs. How I can give this particular order? By classification of this particular bugs, I can do this particular fixing. So how I need to do the classification? I can do it in high, medium, low. I do that particular classification, and then I'll proceed further with it. So that is called the priority and the classifications of the priority. Any questions? Okay, now I'll jump into severity. What is severity? Severity will talk about the seriousness of the bug. Hey, how serious is this particular bug is? Because the seriousness of bug will defines you the priority of the bug. Because if it is a high severity, then definitely you need to fix that one with a high priority, right? See, I have a heart attack. Immediately, I need to do it. I need to do some bypassage. Then the priority of that particular patient is also very high. Actually, these all things, these concepts comes from the hospital. So now the severity, priority, and we have another concept called bug triaging. Which bug need to fix first, or means discussing that with a group of people, means actually to give this particular priority and severity, there would be a meeting which is called bug triage meeting. In the bug triage meeting, all the developers, testers, and everyone will sit together, and then they will try to do the triage. So triage is nothing but, hey, which one need to be fixed first? What is the priority and the severity of a bug? So that they'll be giving it. Guys, always see, remember that we are talking from the point of bug. What is the severity and the priority of a bug is what we are talking over here. And this is a very, very important question. So when you go for an interview, the people definitely, at least 90% of the interviews, the people will ask you, what is the difference between severity and priority? Now coming back to the severity here. Severity always talks the seriousness of bug, or it will share the degree of impact, how it is very, very important, or what is the seriousness if you create because of this bug, what is the seriousness it was trying to create. Example, you go for a payment page. The payments are not making. Or you wanted to transfer the money from one bank to another bank. If the transactions has been stopped, that's because of bug it stopped. When it stopped, so how we will try to handle it? So those are the high severity, and those are the things which we need to fix it as quickly as possible. So that is what the severity talks about it, the seriousness of the bugs. Actually, in the hospital, they will be giving the severity and priority, like they will be using some codes. Code blue. Code blue is a high priority. Means, for an example, if any particular bomb blast happen, lot of patients will come. So they will leave whatever they're doing it and come and attend from the reception. There will be code yellow, code green, code red. So there are these codes. If you go to hospitals, there would be some lines, blue color line, red color line, yellow color lines on the hospital walls. If you follow that particular line, it will show you to the respective wards. So ICU, it will show it in the blue. Means those are really, really very important. So that's the reason if you go for any big hospitals, you can see that particular lines. Same way in the bug severities, it has been classified into 5 different types. Sorry, 4 different types. It depends upon organization to organization. So what we have done is a high and very high, we kept it. So it all depends to organization, but these are the basic things which we need to have it. So now severity will defines in this particular 4 classifications. Is this the same names that we will be using in all the organization? May or may not be. So first one is critical. See, now the name is also critical. Hey, he's a critical patient. He is suffering with some heart attack or suffering with some last stages of cancer. So now, unless you do this, or else the process would be shut down. So complete shutdown of the process. Nothing can proceed further. You remember, right? So the high priority and then this is matching. Means without this particular bug fixing, you can't move to further at all. So now the critical means now the severity would be high and severity would be critical and priority would be high. Some organizations, instead of critical, they will give very high. The name may change, but the essence is same. So critical means without fixing that one, you can't go further. So this is what the most important thing means. Example, I'm not able to navigate to the system. The URL, the same example, I just given the Amazon.in, but I'm not able to navigate to this. Then this is called as the critical bug. So from the severity point of view, immediately this need to be, it have a high seriousness. And the next one is a major. Major means the most important functionality is not working, but remaining part of the application is working fine. Example, now we go for this, login functionality was not working. See now, for making an order, see for an example, I wanted to make an order. See, now I wanted to make an order now. So I can log on, means I can sign out. I can sign out, but still I can go and then means I can search for the product. So now I have done this. Okay. So if you see here, so now here the boxing glove, which I have been given it, I have been taken this, right? Now I can go here and then see now the login functionality is not working. There is a bug in the login functionality, but I'll come here, I'll select this and I can place an order, add to the cart, and then I can proceed further. So here the login functionality, see now remaining part of the functionalities are working, but this is See, now anyways, I can't go and place the order. But still, other part of the systems are working fine. So this is called major. So which is we usually call high, very high. Because in our organization, we define that one with that name. Organization to organization, it will vary. So this is called critical, major. Now, medium, any particular functionality. So I told you, right? So now when I have been kick-started with this, so we have been discussed about this one, right? So now the search functionality. So that particular search functionality is not working. So those are the medium severity, because of that one, it don't have a bigger impact on the application. The seriousness of that one is not so very big, but that need to be fixed up. Say, for example, you have high eyesight. So now that eyesight need to be fixed up, right? That will not threat your life. But if you fix that particular bug, you'll have the proper vision. So those are the things which we can have as a medium. And low, it won't cause any major breakdown for the system. Nothing. So all the functionalities are working fine and everything is working fine. The low means here we have been discussed the low priority, right? The same thing is also low severity. Because of that one, the system will not have any impact. Say, for example, some scars on your foot, or always we will be falling down and then we'll have the scars on your knees or on your hands or the elbows. You have some, so those things are ignorable. So that's not really required because that is not visible. So it's okay, perfectly fine. So those are the cosmetics. So now when we have a particular bug, so for a bug, we should be able to derive the severity and able to derive the priority. And the classification we will be, means as we discussed that severity talks about the seriousness of the bug and the priority will talk about the order to fix that particular defect. So that will be derived from this. To do this particular things, we will be having the classification. In severity, we have critical, major, medium, low, whereas in the priority, we have the low, medium, high. So based upon this classification, we will change that particular things and then proceed further with it. So this is how the bug will be classified and then given to the developer so that the developer will take that and then they will be trying to fix it. And this is where sit together and then discuss together and assign this severity priority in the triaging meeting. And there is a lot of big debate that who need to give the severity, who need to give the priority. Some organizations will say that, hey, severity and priority would be given by the developers, or severity need to be given by the tester and priority need to be given by the developer, because the order should be given by the developers, seriousness should be given by the tester. It all depends upon the organization to organization. Now in triaging, the POs will be assigning the severity and priority. So according to this would be changed. But you need to understand one pointer. For every bug, the very important field is the severity and priority. So based upon this, the bug would be fixed. That's an important point and the catch which you need to have it. And the most important one interesting conversation means the thing would be having is this one. So this is a quadrant. I don't know. So in maths, we have the x-axis and y-axis, and then these are called as quadrants, right? These quadrants. Now, if you see here, priority is on this and severity is on this. We'll have the x-axis and y-axis, right? The x-axis and then y-axis. So now, if you see here, now what is that particular thing it was trying to say here is, I have high priority and high severity. And I have low priority, low severity. I have high priority, low severity. I have low priority and high severity. So this is one of the important questions the people will ask you in the interviews. Can you define me how this particular means example for this one? See, high priority, high severity. We already discussed this. What is that? For an example, I'm trying to navigate to a URL, Amazon URL. Amazon URL is not navigated. Then I can test anything? No. So then the priority of the bug is very high and the severity of the bug is very high. So these are the example for this one. The important functionality is not working. Then that is called high priority and high severity example. Now, low priority, low severity. I told you, right? Some color need to be changed in the Amazon.
Look and feel applications.
Anything you have been kept into the look and feels and the changing of the objects, keeping the size of an objects, and some mistake in the spelling mistakes in the somewhere else in the footer section, header section, some small spelling mistakes. So those are low priority, low severity. Now, I wanted to see high priority and low severity. Means the priority, the urgency of fixing the bug is very high, but the impact of this one is very low. The example for this one is, if I go to here in Amazon, Amazon logo spelling is mistake or logo is having some issue. See, instead of Amazon, it was coming like Amazon. So double M, Amazon. So now that is not good, right? So now what it will be doing? So the severity of that one, the severity of that particular bug is very less. It is not impacting anything, but the priority of fixing that particular bug is very high, because if the logo itself is wrong, then how I can test this one? Not accepted, right? So high priority, low severity. Now, the priority is low, but severity is high. Means the order of fixing that particular bug is low, but that particular severity is very high. Can you give any example? Priority is low, but there is a lot of seriousness in this particular bug.
Sir, if you register for any, like Naukri, anything, they'll be going to ask like first name, middle name, last name. Their developers have been developed like it will be having a 250 characters and 250 in first names, last name, and middle name. If we'll be having like browser closes, and if we'll cross the limit, the browser will closes and application will be shut down. But for any person, the characters will not be more than 250. It comes under like high severity and low priority. Is it right, sir?
Okay.
If we cross the limit, it's not that much.
So that's a medium bug. We can, but what is the severity? How it will be high severity? That is what I'm not able to understand.
Sir, can I say, if Flipkart button in Flipkart website, privacy button is not working, then we give it to a high severity and a low priority, because everyone come to the website and they want some purchasing, and they're purchasing something and leave the website.
Which button you're talking about? I didn't understand the button name.
Privacy button, sir.
Privacy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Good example. Okay, let me try to give you some examples here. Yes, someone wanted to try.
Yes, sir. In Amazon, we add one newly added function, but it's all users not use that that functionality. But some of the users use it. It's not working fine. Means they give the rating. They give that the Amazon rating is low. It's impact the application. Sir.
Good try. Good one, Swapna. See, how we need to understand is major functionality of the application is not working. Critical, the major functionality of the application is not working. But then it need to be fixed immediately, right? But what we will do is we will do with a low priority to fix this one. What is the situation for this? Example, now we can see that in Swiggy, we have seen that Swiggy Genie or Swiggy Insta. What is this? See now, what is the purpose of the Swiggy? To serve the hotels. Means if I wanted to order food online, so then I can go for Swiggy and then I'll be doing it. Now, these are the new functionalities which it was coming for Swiggy. The users, there are very less number of users for this Swiggy Genie or Swiggy Insta. Now, in Insta, there is some bug. I'm not able to get the proper service. I requested. So now Insta is nothing but it's go to stores and bring some. For example, I wanted to have the ice creams. It will go to the supermarket, get that particular thing to me. But there is a bug here. The priority of fixing this particular bug is low. Why, Chris? This need to be fixed immediately, right? The basic purpose of Swiggy is to serve this one, the hotels and everything. Now, once all these particular bugs and everything is fixed, there are other priority bugs are there in this. Now, once they fix up this one, then they will try to fix this. See, now the priority will be defined. Hey, this is existing functionality, and then this is in the life. First, make this one to be fixed. And the user base is very less here. Hardly 1 or 2 users are coming to here. First, to fix this all, then you come and fix it here. Or this is coming to the next version, next release, we are making it clear. For this release, it's okay to have some buggy application. Because time to market is important. That's the reason I released this. There might be known bugs. We know that this is a bug, which we need to fix it up. So at that point of time, even the high priority bugs, we can park it. So I given you the example of AHA, if you remember that. Sometimes when it released, at that time when we click this particular movies, the application get crashed. With 100 users, it is not able to sustain. Now with some lakhs of users, now it was able to sustain. So that's how it will be changed. Okay, so this is what the example for high priority and then high severity. Okay, so go back, see this one, and then come back. This is very, very important, the priority and severity. We discussed what is priority, what is severity, and classification of priority, classification of severity, and combinations of severity and priority over here. So these are the things which you need to go back and then see it. Okay, so tomorrow session, I wanted you people to go through the estimations, test estimations, and test plan. There are videos, direct videos available in our repository. What is test plan and then test estimations? See these videos and come back. And whoever we asked for that particular test cases, Pina, verify that particular test cases and then come back for the session.
Okay.
So stop recording, Pina.
Sir?
So please do make sure when you're coming for tomorrow, you need to see this test plan and test